Hey everyone, it's me, Vanessa. I want to make a weekly update video. This morning I weighed in at 151.2 pounds, so I am above 150, so my goal is just to get right back down below. I will be starting a new program next week, which will help me refocus on getting my weight back under 150 and to stay under 150. This training for this half marathon has really changed my hunger. I am hungry all the time, which is understandable for the amount of time that I'm running and the distances that I'm doing compared to what my normal would be. So I understand that as soon as I finish this training, that my diet and my hunger will go back to normal. So I'm kind of excited about that change, but a lot is happening in the near future because we're getting ready for a move also. So I need to figure something out. There's nothing wrong with where I'm at right now. I'm still in the same size. My clothing still fits really well. I just don't like being over 150 pounds. I don't know what it is about that number. I mean, because I still feel great, especially that I'm able to wear a size small now. But I don't like being over 150 for some reason. So my goal for the next 6 weeks is to focus on getting closer to 145 and maintain in between that 145 to 150 instead of maintaining in, let's say, 148 to 152. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So I want to lower that maintenance range under 150 instead of kind of around 150. If that makes sense. So I am going to run my half marathon this Saturday, which I'm a little nervous and excited at the same time. This will be my second half marathon running. I kind of changed the program a little bit. I usually would do the 11 miles and then do the half marathon, but this go, I just stuck with the 9.5 miles. Then I did 4 miles yesterday, actually, on Sunday, and then I'm going to do the half marathon this Saturday. So that way I'm going to see if that works, because usually people won't go over 10 miles when they train for their half marathon. So I'm going to see how that goes. I know that last time I did the half marathon, my legs were cramping, my calves were cramping really bad. So I did get compression socks that I'll be using during the run. I do have my water vest that I'll be using also, and I will make sure that I have a little bottle of some type of like electrolyte drink. So I'll have that on me. I'll also have my gels, my energy gels with me, and I'm just gonna take it at my own pace. I am running on hills for this one. It's not gonna be flat. So my timing will be a little different from last year because our race this year has been canceled because of COVID. So I don't have the opportunity to run with a big group. I'll be just running with me, myself, and I. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do it a second time. And then maybe when we go to our new home, I'll be able to find a few half marathons, and maybe, just maybe, I might do a marathon in the future. I don't know, we'll see. I would like to do at least one Disney race in my lifetime. So that is one big goal when I get back to the US, but definitely I'm gonna search my area for a running group, running community, and continue running because I'm loving it. I love how it's my form of meditation. It's how that I can think things out and focus on me. And it's just time I can listen to my music and then just keep running. It's not really for time, it's more just for distance that I completed it. Maybe later on I will focus on timing, but right now I'm just enjoying myself on what I'm doing and I'm loving it. I am going to be doing a week of Bar Blend this week with my last week of the TRX. Next week I'm going to be starting Muscle Burns Fat, which is a new program through Beachbody. So I'm going to do that for 6 weeks, and I'm going to include some pulling and pushing movements with the TRX for that program. And then I'm also going to focus on just running just regular distance. So I'm going to be going back to my 1.5 miles on Tuesdays and Thursdays, And then Saturdays will be either a 5K or a 10K, depending on how I'm feeling and how I want to structure everything. So that way I can maintain my running and prep for this move and focus on continue taking care of myself. But there's no point of me running for longer distances like I am now because I'm not training for another race. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about today was something that I was very excited about. So we had family pictures done this weekend. And so I wanted to get a top, a nice top. And so when we went to the store, they had this one top that I just thought was just beautiful, right? And so I looked at the sizes. They didn't have any mediums. I normally will always pick up a medium because that's just what I know that I wear. So I picked up the medium. Well, it didn't have a medium, so I picked up the small. Usually I would go with the bigger size. I would be like, okay, I can't find a medium, let me get a large. But I'm like, no, let me try it. So I tried on the small. The small fit beautifully, and it's on my thumbnail for this video, that top. But this is the first time that I've actually bought a small. I've always bought mediums, I've always larges or above, but I've never bought a small. There was another time where I tried on a size 4 dress and it also fit, but I never bought that because in my head, I'm like, well, I'm a size medium, so I don't need to buy a small. It's weird. It's really weird because I'm one who, was in a size 24 3X way back in the day, and now I'm being able to fit into a size small. It's a total change, mindset. It's weird. It really is weird to think that I'm in a smaller size. So my best advice with any type of clothing is to not always go by the number. Because if something looks a little big, try on a smaller size, but be okay too when you have to buy a bigger size of something. So sizes are very inconsistent, so always keep that in mind. There's some dresses where I took the measurements that I'll purchase online, and I always take the measurements on my body, and I end up being like a size large on certain things. So I always try clothing on now, or check the measurements before I purchase anything. But just the thought of being in a small, it's really weird. And I was happy. I was happy that it looked good, that I tried it on and it felt great. There was also another top that I really liked, and I tried the extra small, but that was too tight. It was too tight around my rib cage, and so I did not purchase that one. But if they would have had a small, I would have tried that on because it was a beautiful top too. But yeah, so it's really weird. I was very happy. And like I said, sizes are so inconsistent now. I noticed when I was, at the same size I currently am when I was younger, I was in like a size 12. That just shows you how different sizing is today, because there is no way I would have been in a 10 or lower at 150 pounds. There's no way. But now I fit in a size 6, sometimes size 4. It's just weird. But I just wanted to share. And next week I will be updating you guys on how my half marathon goes. Definitely search me on Facebook and also Instagram under Cessa Lopez, and you'll find me. I post daily on there about diet, exercise, mindset, all that kind of stuff. I do want to share that also I am going to be changing around my diet a little bit, especially this week. So we're getting ready for a move in the fall. So I'm trying to condense the amount of food that we have in the house to where when it's time for us to move, we don't have to get rid of or throw out a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot of random meals this week, especially to get rid of our freezer stash because we need to go down to 1 freezer instead of 2. And I'm focusing also on eating food, actual food for breakfast starting this week. Because what I did was usually I would have a shake every single morning for a breakfast. I'm going to go with my yogurt with fruit and then a waffle on the side for breakfast, and then use my shake for a snack instead of an actual meal. And I'm going to play around with different things because I've noticed especially in this past week, that I've been kind of tired of the same stuff over and over again, and I know that I need to change things up. But I don't want to completely change everything because we have a lot of stuff that I already have that I need to use up. So when I get back to the US, after our move, I might be changing my diet altogether, especially that I have my daughter who is moving out to college. So it's just gonna be my husband and I. So I might be doing a lot more meal prepping when it's just the two of us and me working and stuff. So I will be sharing that whole transition, that it's gonna be very different. It's gonna be different not having a high schooler in the house anymore. But yeah, so everything is going well, and you guys, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will talk to y'all next week. Bye for now.